Hey guys, and welcome back to Skizzlecraft. So today we're going to get back to building the main section of the castle, and I've spent the last couple of days doing some digging and some resource collecting, and yeah, you can kind of see where we've got the plan for building today. This section is going to be built all around. There's nothing in this, so I've not bothered digging out just yet. That leaves some more space for farms at some point if we need them. But this is going to be the clock tower. So this is the building that this bridge from the hospital wing connects to, and it goes into the hospital tower. I mean the clock tower. So this is actually the only way to get into the hospital wing. So we can't actually get up there without flying right now. And then this is the one that connects to the big wooden bridge, which is only in the movies, but you know, it's kind of iconic part of the castle, so we have to put that in. And then the wooden bridge will eventually connect down to Hagrid's hut and the Forbidden Forest. But we're not going to go that far today. We're just going to build the clock tower, and this is our resources. Quite a lot, but all this is over this side is terraforming stuff. So not just the actual building. We're going to be terraforming all this, and then the other side as well. Maybe not the whole lot. We fly up. We won't be doing it all the way over here yet because I've not quite figured out how this is going to go, because this is kind of the edge of our base area, so we just need to connect it up, I think. But that's for a later date. We'll be probably doing it up to about this section here. But first things first, I've been playing around a little bit with note blocks, looking at a few tutorials. So I thought I'd head up and build a doorbell, because quite regularly people show up to my base when I'm in the storage room and doing stuff and kind of jump scare me. So get rid of this guy. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I'm constantly getting jump scared by people showing up to my base. And I thought I'd build a doorbell and just put some pressure plates by the portal so it'll kind of notify me a little bit. But yeah, it needs to fit. It needs to fit the theme. Okay, so that is done. Didn't take long. I'm not good at note blocks, so I did find a quick tutorial. There are actually quite a lot of different ones. I had a look around a few different ones, so I can't really tell you exactly which one I used, because I kind of just went to all the different ones to find how many of them were kind of the same tuning, and I think we got the tune right. So when someone comes through the portal, we're gonna walk this way. So there's a little our little doorbell, our theme tune. If we have a quick look, it's just down here in this section. I've just added a bit of spam proofing so you can't walk over them, because there is 5 pressure plates. And I found if you did walk across them, or if 2 or 3 people came at once, it was kind of spamming and it was giving me a bit of a headache. So yeah, we've got our doorbell under here, and it's right next to the storage room, so when I'm down there I can hear it. And I noticed these things just popped up. I did build that last night. Logs. Stripped logs. Oh, I need so many stripped logs. People were asking last night. There was a few people actually online asking if anyone wants any grindy work doing, because they wanted something to do. And I said, if anyone's bored, I don't mind having some stripped birch and oak logs. Just as a joke, I didn't expect anyone to do this much. So thank you very much. This is from Velvet Mist, and this is from KWB. I knew it was something at the beginning with a K to remember. I had to think for a minute. So that is going to last quite a while. Now, as you can see, we've used a lot of the stripped logs, and I was thinking at some point of going through and doing the terraforming, but then laying out the outline of the castle. So all this section where we've got the logs, maybe not all the way up, because obviously we do mix in some sandstone, but maybe like the first 2 layers or something, all the way around, so we can actually see the bottom of the castle. I do have the outline of the castle here, but just like I've got down there, just marking out where it is. So I was thinking of doing that at some point. We do need a lot. Now this actually might be enough for most of what we've got left of the castle, because I do have a bit in the shulkers that I've put over where the next build's going to be. I put what I need for that building already there. But I'm going to shove these in the storage for now until we get around that, because that is not a project for today. I do need some more string down here as well. But anyway, when I put these away, I thought I'd let you guys know I am actually going on holiday on Monday. That is 2 days from now. So I'm not going to be online for the next 2.5 weeks. Well, I might be able to get online. I'm actually, for a bit of that, I'm going to be visiting my parents. So I might actually be able to get online, but there is no way I'm going to be able to record anything there. So I'm hoping we can get this episode out before I leave. If not, then yeah. If it's been a few weeks since my last episode, then I didn't get it out before I left. But I'm hoping to get this episode out before I leave on Monday. And then it will be, unfortunately, about 3 weeks until my next episode. But if I get online, I'm not going to be building any of the castle. I'm going to be looking for terraforming, because we do have a lot left to do. If we head in here to where we've got the maps, the easiest way to look at this one. So all this forest down here needs terraforming, and it needs bringing up. So we've been digging a lot of this mountain out to bring it down. Well, this forest, because the mountain's quite high, actually goes down really low, and this forest is actually too low for what we need. Similar to what we did around the Quidditch pitch, this now needs extending up in the same way from the Quidditch pitch up to this section of the castle. So actually all needs to connect to where we've got that little dirt outline. This section here is going to be where the herbology greenhouses are. So this is all like ground level, and it's a lot higher than the actual forest floor of our terrain. So I think I'm going to be working on that. So I'm going to start by coming from the Quidditch pitch where we built this little section and just work my way out to the border of our base, which is actually the map, what we've done. And then if that gets done, if I actually get around to doing all that, which, yeah, I might not, then we're going to start working on this section up here. So again, this section of the terrain we've built by the Quidditch pit needs... it needs to join all the way up to the bridge and then Hagrid's hut. And it's not just going to be a slow incline. There's going to be these like valleys, because obviously the bridge has got to go over this kind of ravine thing, which needs figuring out. And then Hagrid's hut is kind of downhill, so it will go up quite a lot and then slope back down to Hagrid's hut. And the Forbidden Forest is going to be up in this corner, which, yeah, I'm not going to get the whole of Forbidden Forest done, but because, well, I want to start it. I think we'll just have the edge of the Forbidden Forest. At least we can do a little bit of that. But that is for a later date. So for now, I'm going to go sort my shulker boxes out, head down to the Clocktower, and we're going to get started on a little bit of the building. So we've got the flooring put in for this area. Well, most of the flooring. This is just laid it out where the walls are going to go. This is going to be like a little platform, so we're going to have steps up here, so there's no point in wasting the stripped logs on that section. And we've got the little fountain that goes in the middle here. And then this section over here with the sandstone is the floor of the actual clock tower, which will be going up and over. I think there's mobs underneath here. Need to go light it up. But anyway, I've just been around and placed the actual floor layer. It's a little bit difficult to see. Let's use FreeCam to have a quick look. And then I've marked out the outline of the building. So it does come further down in this section. This section is literally just sandstone, just like this, all the way up. So I might need to do some detail in there later. But that's probably one of the last things I'm going to be doing. It's pretty much going to mirror this. I mean, I could put windows in, even though it's just stone like I've got on this section, just to give it that little bit more detail, but that'll be a bit later. So this is the shape of the terrain that goes around, and then it does go down here. We've got these two small towers that'll be on these corners, and then the terrain is going to be actually all the way up at this section. Then once I get on to doing the bridge, the terrain from here will go down in this direction. We're going to be covering all this section up, so we don't actually need to do anything with that today. And then again on this side, we're going from here and we're going to be coming down to meet here, kind of where I've dug out. This is like a kind of how the terrain's going to be, a little bit messy like we have got on the other side. But I'm not sure whether I want to do the building first or the terrain. I've done a lot of terrain work lately, especially when we did the viaduct. There was more grass and, well, grass blocks and short grass and bushes than anything else. So I think I want to get working on the actual build and start making the castle look a little bit bigger, because it's been a while since we built this section. So I think we'll jump into a time lapse and get the outside part of all of this done. Well, this building is going quite well so far. We've still got the whole courtyard section to do yet, but we've got the whole outside of the Clocktower building done. Let's have a look quickly inside. I just need to add the staircase here. So just going around removing the snow that I find that is kind of all over the place. Missed a couple of steps there. But anyway, we've got the actual Clocktower part done. We've got the detailing up the top to do, but these sections don't really have anything in other than, I think in the games they have kind of like cages here, bars with storage stuff behind. So I think instead of doing that, I might just build this. It sounds like there's a zombie somewhere. Anyway, I might just put statues in these spaces. You know, like you have, well, in Hogwarts they have the suits of armor. So I might just put that into each of these gaps, but I need to make a design for them. I've not done it just yet. But this section, there's nothing over here. But again, we can just put some suits of armor in, and we could actually just turn a corner into storage area, you know, put beehives and barrels and chests and stuff in. As we go further up, where's my shovel? There it is. It'd be much easier getting rid of these snow layers with my shovel. I had that many different resources on my inventory. I had to kind of put my tools away. There we go. So once we get to the top of the stairs here, we've got this next section, which is oops, similar to the other sections, for the other floors, but we've got the staircase that goes up to the top. So I've tried to light all this up, and we've got kind of strategically placed lanterns around, as well as shulker boxes all over the place. So this is all spawn proof. I think I've got all the snow from up there, and then this section, which is now closed off as well, is what heads into here, which will be the hospital wing. I do actually have the beds and stuff to put into this, so although that's not part of the clock tower, I think we'll get that decorated hopefully today. If not, we'll do it later. So the next thing I need to do is this section here, which has that big wooden walkway which hangs down from the rafters. And then, as you can see, I've built the clock section there. We need all the gears, so from that we'll come out to the walkway, and then we have all these kind of hanging gears. If you have played Hogwarts Legacy, there is a mini game kind of puzzle thing in this section where you have to like stop the pendulum swinging at certain points to get into different rooms. So you'll probably know kind of what I'm going for. I need to get up here and get rid of the snow box. All this snow is really annoying. I was trying to do my best to keep it lit up while I was building, but it was snowing that much. It was kind of impossible. I think we've got all the snow, or at least all the visible snow anyway. But anyway, if we head back down, head back outside here, this is where the courtyard's going to be. So we're going to jump into building that in just a second. But if we fly up so you can take a look at the actual clock part of this, I really like how it turned out. So obviously it's difficult to do a clock. So in Minecraft, so we've got the kind of the glass thing, and then I've just used slabs and stuff to make a little bit of a decoration part on it. Because if you remember on the movies, they have these kind of like circular gears on it. It's not actually like a proper clock. They have these kind of circular things on it that spins around, which in such limited space you can't really do. But that is as far as we've got now. So my biggest problem is right now I have 12 hours from right now until I leave for my holidays. And we've got this whole section to finish. And we've got all the terraforming. Now, I'm going to say now, the terraforming is not going to get done. We won't be terraforming in this episode. We are going to get the building done. So we are going to get this section done. We've got the fountain, we've got the courtyard and things done. So we need to get this done in this episode. We need to get the detailing done inside. And then I will either work on the terraforming myself while I'm at my parents' house. I will get time to play, like I said, just not time to record. So I can either do that in my own time off camera, or we can save it and we'll start the next episode with that. So I think for now we need, if we jump over here, we need to get the outline of this courtyard done. So I've been working outside. If we can just drop down here, and we have the courtyard built. So I've just got the structure done. I need to do decoration. We need some bushes and leaves and stuff around here to, well, just to give it a little bit more colour, a little bit more details. And then we've got this section. Apparently when I was calculating all this, I built the bridge off centre, but the bridge is going to be in this section here going across. We've got the little fountain area sorted. I've got the walkway going around this way. I need to do the lighting up, just to get rid of this torch spam. If we go this way, we've got the same. I've just added this little bench in here. This is, if you remember from the third movie, where they sit after they rescue Sirius before he flies away. So I just added the little bench, you know, just a little detail. I might actually use an armor stand and sit someone on that. That could be just an extra small detail. I can't do too many armor stands, but you know, just one or two around in random places would be nice. So we head in here now. Let's just fly up because it's easier than going up the stairs. There we go. So okay, anyway, So the next thing that we need to do is the walkway. So this kind of has, I think we'll do it around here. It has these kind of like supports going up. They kind of look like ladders. Well, I think they're supposed to be ladders, but obviously it will look a bit silly if we do actual ladders, and we don't actually need to get up there. So I'm going to do this in a couple of places around. I'm going to do one over here as well, maybe up there. And they will go up and reach to the walkway. I just need to go down and get these spruce planks from the shulker boxes that we've got outside, and this is going to go across in this direction. Now we don't actually need access to it. I'm not going to put anything up there. It is more for detail and to cover up a little bit of this. And then once that's done, then we're going to start doing the cogs and stuff. Now I'm going to use the, can't remember what it's called. Is it the waxed weathered copper? When it ages the first time, this one, whatever it's called. Right there. What's this one? Exposed. The exposed copper. So I'm going to use slabs and stairs from that to do the gears, because that gives it that kind of like gear colour. There's still mobs. I think I missed a torch in one of the. I think it was that one. Did I just see a zombie in there? Oh no, that one wasn't a zombie. But I definitely missed some torches. Let's get rid of that one. I think we need to light these up a little bit before we do anything else. Oh, there's more creepers. No. Don't you blow my building up. We need to get these lit up. This might take me a few minutes, but we need all these lit up so we've not got mob sounds all the time. So let's do this first. There's the platform done, and I've just put the first of the posts that hold the gears in place. So now I'm going to start working on this section here. Now this is where the pendulums are going to be hanging down into this open section. Obviously we can't get it so it moves, but we can get it so it looks nice. Just need to add, I need to add a block in there. Yeah, so we've got the pendulums hanging down here, and then there's going to be a gear on this section as well, and some gears over in this section. So I've got my stuff here for it. So it's mostly going to be the copper and the granite. I think that's all I need. I think it needs a little bit more detail and some more colours, so I can just go have a look in the storage room, see if we've got anything else we need. But I think we'll start by just grabbing all this and then we'll get it done. So that is all the gears done. I am running low on time for this episode. I am going as quick as I can. It's actually almost midnight now for me, and I am leaving for my holiday in 8.5 hours. So I really need to get this finished. Now I've cleared out the rest of the snow that I found lying around. We've got the big gear up there. We've got all the cogworks and gears and stuff in this section, which I think looks pretty good. And then this section here took a little bit longer. I was trying to figure out how to do this without them connecting. And I was hoping I could get something that was a little bit different colour. Well, a similar colour to this, but it actually didn't look as good. So I've used the nether brick fence, and I think it's a nice contrast. And I've just gone for this like angular diagonal shape, if that's the right words. I've lost my words now. It's getting too late. Anyway, I've just gone for this angle down here with the pendulum on the bottom, and it just gives that illusion that it is swinging back and two. If I just did it straight down, it would look a little bit boring. I think it looks a little bit better in that angle, and I think it actually works out quite nice. So we've got the platform complete, we've got all the gears complete, we've got the pendulum complete. I think the inside is done for now. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to build some statues and some suits of armor to fill up this place, but interior is gonna come later. We are getting as much of the castle done as possible. Well, let's jump down. So, last thing to do, let's see if we can get this finished before the server resets. We need to sort out the lighting out here and then get all the vegetation, the leaves and everything done in this section. And then we are done with the clock tower. There is the last bit of the courtyard done. We've got a few leaves and vines climbing up the side like that, and then I've just added a little bit of grass to this bit in the middle, and all the lighting's done. So we've got enough lanterns around spread out on this inside and a couple just in the fountain there, that lights this whole section up. It's not lit up enough to make it snowproof, so I just jumped down to grab a couple of stacks of string. I do need to get some more because I'm running low now. I think I've got like half a stack left. So I think I'll head down to the spider spawner at some point. But I think that is this build all done and finished now. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I know this episode is a little bit shorter than normal. And we didn't actually get the terraforming part done. But yeah, it will get done. It's going to be done. The whole thing is going to be completely finished at some point. And yeah, we don't want to rush it too much. I mean, we've got a long season to go. We need something to do for the rest of the season. If we get the whole castle done now... Oh, there's a creeper. Where is that creeper? I'm pretty sure I just saw a creeper. Did it fall down? Well, either I'm going crazy or it fell down. Anyway, so we're done and dusted with the clock tower. I'm really happy with how it looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, even though it was a little bit shorter. There will be at least 3 weeks before my next episode now. I get back in like 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks and 4 days, something like that. And then obviously I need time to make the next episode. So it will be a little bit of a break for me. So yeah, I hope you guys can wait. If you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button and then you'll get notified when the next video is ready and released. And yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Have you got any opinions on the clock tower or how you think it turned out? And I'll see you all next time.